Hello and welcome back to another rally video. Today I'm doing a guide over the Monte Carlo rally, and as you can see it's a asphalt rally, which means it is fairly, what should I say, not bumpy, but it has a few holes and it's not the best. And there's a little bit of ice too. So let's see how it will go. And as you might see, I am driving the Hyundai i20 driven by Oliver Solberg around Lucra. So I believe it's time to go.
5, 4,
And
3,
first, as you can see, there are quite
1.
a bit of
Here we go.
rocks on the side of me, and it's not the, what's it
Into right
called,
4, into left 3, short.
not the, it's not the narrowest, but it's not the widest,
Into kinks.
which could mean
And
that
crest
it's,
into right
which
5,
means it's
tightens.
quite easy
Into
to
left
crash.
5, 80.
So you have to be cautious, and on some parts of this stage
Right, into left
there
4,
is
long, tightens.
quite a bit of ice,
Into
so
flat
you
right.
have to remember
And
that
right 4, short, 30.
that you're
Right
driving
4,
not
short.
with spiked
Into kinks, 50.
what's it called, tires, but you're
Flat left.
actually driving with mm, special tires which don't have, which
And right 3, narrows.
helps with it, but they don't have any dubs or anything.
Don't cut.
They
And right 3,
don't
short,
have
40.
anything to help
Awesome.
you.
Right 3, tightens into left 2, 100.
You really don't want to hit anything because you can really lose a lot of time. So you want to be controlled. And as you can see, there's,
Into right 2, short,
as
80.
the higher up we go, there's more snow.
Acute hairpin left, 50.
And then there are quite a few hairpins at a few of these, so you'll have to learn how
Right
to
4, short,
do
into
them
right 4,
properly.
small cut, into left 3,
If you want
short.
that video, just
And
comment
crest
it
into
down
right 3,
below.
short, don't cut. And hairpin right, 50.
And
Look out, wrong
there are
track.
drops, as you could see, which means that you have to be cautious of
And caution, danger,
what
at
is.
crest junction,
Yeah,
gate 5.
and then through
And
some
right
of these
5,
there are a
short,
few
left 4,
jumps.
short, 50.
But now we're coming to the
Right
wider
3,
road,
into left 3,
which
50.
helps a bit with it's becoming wider, but
Left
it's
5,
still
short, into right 4,
hard.
long, tightens 3. Into flat left, 30. Flat right,
And through
brake,
few
right
of the
4,
corners
overreach.
there are a bit of
And
there are
caution,
few
right
bit
2, brake for
dips
acute hairpin
on the
left,
inside
50.
of the corner, so you can use them to gain momentum.
Flat left into kinks. And hairpin right.
And a
don't
few of
cut,
the
80.
stages have that wall, as you saw on my right. So you really want to try and avoid those two.
Medium, tightens 3. Into left 3, short, 20.
And remember, as it's cold, if you don't use ABS, or
Right 4, keep into left 4.
if you use ABS, you have to be cautious of what actually when braking, because sometimes you can lock up the brakes and
3 into right
the rear
4.
end wants to go out and it goes into a
Narrows, 50.
wall or rocks.
Crest into right 4, 80, bumpy. Square left, don't cut, into bridge.
Then there are quite a few bridges. And there you exactly saw a good example of what I was talking about. Which means now I have to go a bit like that.
Right 4, long,
But
tightens into
these
left 4.
asphalt circuits are quite hard, especially Monaco, because
And right 3,
it feels a bit like a racing
left 3,
car,
and
like a
crest,
Formula 1 car.
20.
But
Pin right.
you have not a lot of downforce, and
Left
this is
3,
a
into
lot
right 4, don't
bumpier.
cut.
So you have to really think of everything which is happening.
And right 5, short.
But because there's snow in a lot of corners, you can cut.
Flat left, tightens
But you have
3,
to remember that if there are any small
And kinks over
hills of
crest, into
snow,
right 3,
you
into left
don't
2,
hit them
opens.
because you can get stuck. And as you saw there, I used a bit too much on
And
the
right
inside.
6, 30. Square
But I
right
could
over
still.
bridge, and right 2. Into
And
flat
for
left.
these, you can use the handbrake a bit, but you have to be really,
Into right 5,
you have to
medium,
be,
tightens 3, narrows.
you have to be familiar with
Left
it,
3, into right 6,
so
narrows,
you
and
don't
left 5.
lose a lot of time. But sometimes you can get help of these walls if you are starting to lose. And as you see there, there are sometimes when it changes, what's it called, guardrails, it can be go inside a little bit, so you'll have to think about that.
Left 5 tightens into right 6, very narrow, and right 4 short and left 5. Into hairpin right, don't cut, 30 over crest.
And you have to really listen to your co-driver so you don't
Flat right, long.
just go too quickly. And as you can see, there are a few
Left 3 long
snowy
for finish.
sections. And then for these longer corners, you want to keep on the throttle, but you have to regulate. And now we are done with this rally. So as you saw, there's quite a bit of snow, but there's also not a lot. It depends on, because lower down in the elevation, you have to look at elevation changes. It's quite a little bit of snow, but higher up it's quite a bit of snow. And on one of the longer stages, I don't fully remember its name, there is quite a lot of snow around on the actual stage you're driving. So you'll have to remember that. And if you want to watch a longer video on the rally, you can click it here. If you want to subscribe, hit it here. And if there's any video that YouTube recommends, you hit it here. But until my next video, which will be on the Daytona International Speedway, until that video, I've been Racing Legend, you've been my amazing viewers. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.